Today I want to talk a bit about what I call sweet spot cameras. I've said that phrase a couple of times in past videos, so I thought it was time to explain a bit what I mean. In the last several years, digital cameras have gotten to a level that is perfectly adequate for most uses. Any camera with say 16 megapixels or so and a decently sized sensor, say Micro Four Thirds, will have plenty of image quality for most of us. Personally, I am okay with the quality coming out of a small sensor at 12 megapixels, provided I can shoot RAW and don't get compression artifacts before I have a chance to process my photos. So most cameras after 2014 or so are good enough these days. And the good news is that those can be had for under $300 or so. Most of the differences with newer cameras will be in autofocus speed, resolution of displays, things like that. But the point is, right now in 2021, you can use a camera from 2014 as your main camera and make photos that are just as good as photos made with a brand new one. For me, a lot of times, instead of image quality, it is about how the camera feels to use. For example, I have both a Fuji X-T3 and an X-T1. The X-T3 is 26 megapixels, has super fast autofocus, and the viewfinder is amazing. Still, I see myself taking the X-T1 out a lot, because it just feels better in my hand. The difference is absolutely tiny. The X-T1 is about 1mm smaller and the bottom is slightly more rounded. For me, that's enough to make a difference. I love the X-T1 and I see the X-T3 as a very capable tool, but just that. So let's say that at any point in time, any camera you can get for about $200 to $400 is a sweet spot camera. By getting one of these things used, you benefit from other people paying for their depreciation, and you still get a perfectly capable piece of kit. As of now, in 2021, I'd include in the category cameras like the Fuji X-T1, the X-E2, the Ricoh GR, the original one, and the Sony a6000. A DSLR like my Pentax K5, I think borderline makes the category. The image quality is plenty good, but the camera is over 10 years old and it could be faster. I go for a Pentax K3 instead. Of course, I am just talking about cameras I have experience with. Any DSLR or mirrorless camera from around that time would qualify. As a last thought, don't believe those who tell you that gear doesn't matter. It does. It matters to make photos with a camera that makes you want to go out and use it. The Pentax KP was the last Pentax DSLR I bought after getting most of their flagship APS-C DSLRs. I sold it after less than 2,000 photos because I couldn't fall in love with it. In the same way, I shot with the Sony a6000 and then 6500 before trying the Fuji X-E2 and falling in love with that system. So if the gear you have makes you want to go out and shoot, that matters a lot. Check out my website at juanbueller.com, and until the next video, cheers and goodbye.